Today we are multiplying and dividing integers. You should have by now completed the do now and turned it in, and paired and shared last night's homework with your group. You do have a quiz on Monday, June 20th. God forbid that Greek Olympics gets rained out. Your quiz will be on Friday. The do now should have already been submitted. So today we are multiplying and dividing integers, and as you could see, at this time while you're completing this, you should be also completing the Cornell notes that were given to you. We have 7 times 2, both positives, and you get positive 14. You have positive 7 times negative 2, you get negative 14. Negative 7 times positive 2, also negative 14. And negative 7 times negative 2 gives you a positive 14. I want you to pause the video and take a minute to kind of analyze and interpret what you see on your notes. So, with multiplying and dividing integers, for multiplying and dividing there are certain rules. First rule is pretty simple. Multiply and divide the numbers given as usual like you would if no negatives were involved. Number 2, determine the sign of the answer by using these 2 rules. If the numbers have the same signs, the answer is positive. So if you're multiplying 2 negatives or 2 positives, the answer is positive. If the numbers have different signs, the answer is negative. That means that I'm multiplying or dividing a negative and a positive. So for these, we're just going to simply decide if the answer is going to be positive or negative. And I'm going to do the first column with you, and then you'll do the rest on your own. So the first one, we have a positive number, positive 72, divided by a negative 9. A positive divided by a negative is going to be a negative because they're different signs. And you could put N or P, it doesn't matter. Number 4, 33 times negative 12. Different signs, so the answer is going to be negative. Number 7, negative 315 divided by 45. Also negative, different signs. Number 10. Also negative, different signs. Number 13, we have to kind of do this step by step. Because here we have negative times a negative, and we're going to get a positive. And a positive times a positive 5 is going to give us a positive answer. Same thing with 16. A negative divided by a negative, same signs will give us a positive. And a positive divided by a negative will give us a negative. So in this case, you got to go step by step. Okay, pause the video and complete the rest on your notes. Now we're actually going to solve these problems. Like I said before, just simply multiply or divide as usual and then decide what the sign should be. So 4 times 6 we know is 24. And we have a positive times a negative, so different signs. That means our answer is negative. 28 divided by 7, 4. And we have same signs, so that means our answer is positive. You don't have to put a positive symbol in front. You could just leave it as is. 5 times 3, 15. Different signs, so our answer is negative. 18 divided by 3, 6. Different signs, answer is negative. This one's one of my favorites because we have our squares. Negative 5 squared simply means negative 5 times negative 5. The negative's inside the parentheses, so that means that the whole negative 5 is getting squared. Well, 5 times 5 is 25, and 2 negatives, same signs, make it a positive. 6 times 2 is 12, and negative times negative makes it a positive because it's the same signs. 24 divided by 6 is 4, and same signs, so it's positive. Now for this one, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to create a little box for us. And we have to substitute first. So we know that A is 8 and B is negative 6. All over negative 3, which is really just division. We have to solve the top first and then divide. So 8 times negative 6. 8 times 6 is 48. And it's going to be a negative since they're different signs. And 48 divided by 3. And if you don't know because you won't have a calculator, you must go to the side and actually divide. Put 48 in the house, 3 outside. Now 48 divided by 3 is 16, and two negatives, a negative divided by a negative, make it a positive. Again, you could leave that sign out. You don't need it. So you are going to try this classwork, and this will be collected and checked. So make sure that you actually check your work and divide and multiply. And then your close is error analysis. Figure out what this person did wrong. That answer is not correct. Okay? And then after that, you may go ahead, watch the other videos on Blendspace, play some games, look at the pictures, but don't forget to complete the quiz at the end. Your homework tonight is a Google form with multiplying and dividing integers. Bye.